Ooh.
Every podcast of ours starts with some sort of
Yelling.
chaos. You want to switch places since you have shorter headphones? That wasn't.
What are you trying
It
to say?
looks
That
awesome.
wasn't. That's
What are you
meant to
trying
say.
to say?
Oh my gosh, we're about to knock everything over.
This is a legit bus banter because the bus is about to go off the side of the road here.
Yeah.
We
Not.
had a very scary night last night.
Tell us about it, Joey.
I didn't sleep at all.
Where were we?
We were going between Denver.
Denver,
Alright,
South Carolina is
guys,
alive and well.
In my defense, I'm getting ready for the Daytona 500 tomorrow, so
Aw.
gotta get my
All right. So
Isn't
get
it-
my country
wait,
talk on.
whoever listens to this knows
Shouldn't
we're
they be at the
already.
Daytona 501 by now? I mean, it's been at least one Daytona
They
500.
really keep replaying it over and over again.
Did they not get it right the first 50 times?
Nope.
50.
50.
I don't know. How many?
Racing's
500?
awesome, man. I love racing. It's like they're going and they're driving in a straight line. They're like, wait a second. I think I'll turn left. And then they drive in another straight line and they're like, all right, guys, everybody, let's
they
turn
don't-
left again.
I never
They
thought
don't
of it that
wait.
way.
They don't wait no seconds. They just
Joke's
Well,
on you because they're turning right this year.
Oh,
man.
snap. Are you
Just
serious?
kidding.
All right, serious question
You
though.
had me.
Joey, who's your favorite racist? Is that what they call him?
No.
Oh, drivist.
Oh, drivist. Sorry. Who's your favorite? What?
Oh.
His favorite racist is Jeff Gordon. Yeah, no
For sure.
question about
Oh,
Well,
man.
Then Colonel Sanders.
My favorite
Mine's
driver?
Dick Trickle.
Oh.
it. Dude, he was I think
He's a legend.
ESPN analysts used to love to do Dick Trickle highlights. they would laugh every time, like you're laughing right
You
now.
can't help it.
They're like,
What's his name? It's not. We're not making anything up.
Yeah, it really.
You can- he's on
it
Wikipedia.
Really was a NASCAR driver
Richard
named that.
Trickle the Third.
And you could just say about anything that he would possibly do on the racetrack, and then just
Or off the racetrack.
Yep.
immature laughter.
I have 4 favorite drivers.
Go.
That's not even allowed.
It so is.
Are they on the same
NASCAR.
team?
You wear like a NASCAR jacket with 4 patches of different racist names on there.
Oh, man. Wow.
The emails are flooding in, guys.
Kevin Harvick,
Okay.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., Kyle
Okay.
Busch, and Matt Kenseth. Those are my 4 top
It
drivers.
used
That's
to
cool.
only be 2.
How many of
He's
them have died?
expanded.
None.
Oh.
But one of them's dad did die during the race.
All
So
of them's great granddad have died.
we have lost every NASCAR fan that listens to this podcast, which is
How many were there?
2. Maybe.
Come back! Come
Don't
back.
let the door hit you on your way out.
Oh, man.
Oh, no,
I'm just kidding. That's mean.
Well, anyways, we were going from Denver to Grand Junction.
Denver.
And we were encouraged not to go because there's a stretch of road that you have to take that's a really steep incline and then a really steep decline. And there was some bad winter weather. And usually I just go right to sleep and just like, if I wake up at the venue, great. If I wake up in heaven, awesome. You know, that's
One of those happens a lot more often than the other.
That's kind of how I approach every night on the bus. It's like, I'm going to wake up either and play a show or I'm going to be with the Lord.
I like it.
So there was a few times where I felt the bus sliding on ice. Joe, you felt it.
I did.
Nat, you felt it.
I did not feel that.
Kept-
Thank you, Jesus.
Dude, it was the first night in my career with this band on this bus that I was up all night, like, just bracing for our bus to flip over.
I definitely had some thoughts like that, for sure.
I was like, this is it.
And I mean, our driver took great precautions. We waited until
Man.
it was morning before we started driving.
Our trailer popped off last night.
Yep.
And then it just popped off again, pulling out of a parking lot.
Literally just now.
Just
So
now.
if you're in the market for a trailer that you don't want to use, we've got one for
a
sale.
great one for you.
Or if your use involves it coming off on the highway and going somewhere else.
Please call the police on
Have
yourself.
I ever told you guys the story about the trailer popping off when we borrowed a van
Yes.
going through Kentucky?
I think you have, but you should tell our listeners.
Yeah.
I haven't
Well,
heard this.
my favorite part of the story is, well, it's a short story. So we're going through Kentucky, and there's like a bunch of potholes. It's like before I lived there, they didn't take care of their roads very well. We'll just put it that
That's what you were waiting on before you moved. You were like, you guys fix your roads, and Kevin Young will come to your state.
Exactly. So yeah, we took care of that. So I can't remember when this was. This was like late 90s or early 2000s. But we were in a van that we had borrowed, I think, because it didn't feel like, in my memory, it doesn't feel like the normal Disciple van.
Okay.
And so one of our crew guys was driving, and like all of a sudden, we hit a pothole, and he says, "Oh darn," which is not what he said, but thanks. For bus banner purposes, we will leave it at that.
Yes.
And we see the trailer. It's behind us, all right, and it is not attached to the van, and it's pitch black outside. So when the trailer, the tongue hits the pavement, the sparks, it literally looked like whenever you're on the lake and like a big boat is like leaving this huge wake
Yeah.
behind that's like 6 feet up in the air. The sparks looked just like that. So it's like fire waves coming off of the tongue or whatever, just going down. It was really, really awesome. And so he's like, "Oh darn," and he kind of slows down or whatever. True story. He slows down. The trailer goes past us.
Whoa.
Like in the other lane, or
Yes, it just passes us going down the interstate.
Was the turn signal on?
No.
Okay.
So it passes us, and then we literally witnessed it go off of the road and take out an exit sign. So we're watching it, and it's like, ho hum going down the interstate, and then it just rips down this exit sign. And I kid you not, like a half a mile in front of us was another car on the side of the road from hitting a pothole with a flat tire. It was like, come on, Kentucky. They've come a long way.
Wow.
They've come a long way.
Well, that happened with this same trailer on the Red Jumpsuit Tour. Remember,
yeah.
we all went home early.
I was not with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no one
no one
witnessed
was
this.
here.
We were all gone.
We just heard the story from the guy that was driving the bus for us. The same trailer popped off and passed him going down the interstate.
Yep.
And luckily, the only thing that was broken was
A PRS guitar.
Yeah, that was free, right?
It was.
Boom.
No harm, no foul.
Luckily, huh?
Yeah.
Just Josiah's.
That's just my guitar that I play every night.
Yeah, no big
at the
deal.
time. But that's
Sorry.
so funny. I can't picture driving the van and seeing that happen, because I feel like your instinct would be like you want to get up
Away
beside
from
it,
it?
or I feel like you would want to I would want to
Like ram it off the road.
find some way to help it do something, not killing somebody. But
There was one other thing about the
No,
story. So
I would stop.
when it went off the road and took out that sign. It somehow the trailer axle got bent like a 90-degree angle. So it was literally bent. So if you can imagine 90-degree angle, the wheels are not actually rubbing the ground now. Now the wheels are like on the sides or the corners.
Like the DeLorean when it flies.
Something like that, yes. So the wheels are like actually on the corners of the tires now going down the road. So we still had a 3-hour drive home.
was it a single axle or double?
It was a single, and when we got home, the tires had worn off, so it was just the metal sticking out of the trailer tires when we got there. Like all these like little metal wires sticking out of it. We were like, how did we even get here? This was so crazy.
Wow.
So that was coming back to
That was-
Maryville.
Yes, bringing it back home. With the trailer axle bent. That's so illegal.
That's terrible. Not the best plan. So we survived a potentially treacherous night last night, and we're having these ongoing trailer issues, but we're looking to replace it soon.
We're currently bantering from the bus.
That is correct.
And
Hopefully with a trailer attached.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
as far as
the
we know.
trailer in question is technically on the back of the bus right now,
it
but
could-
it could be happening. And then the next story could be
Yeah.
real
Presently
time.
happening right now.
It can probably hear us, guys. We should probably keep it down.
Let's not jinx it.
Yeah. So we're on this tour, which if you've been following us at all for the past few years, this is our third time doing this tour, City Rock Fest tour. 2017, 7 Day Slumber puts on the tour every year, and we are back with them. We also have Project 86, veterans
Normally
of the
on
industry.
our bus on this tour, but they're not with us right now.
That is true. We have a few off days, so they are all departing to their
Yeah,
respective
we'll
homes.
have to do a bus banter featuring
Schwab.
Andrew
P86.
Schwab.
Agreed. It'd be cool to get a couple veterans in here, talk some veteran shop, right?
Yeah, man. Vietnam.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I don't even know anything about. Is that a city? I mean, what is?
Yeah.
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 So-
you guys get good benefits.
It's the name of a sandwich.
A Cuban. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yep.
Close.
A Reuben.
Oh, Reuben.
Yeah.
Oh. Is that a city?
Could be.
Yeah.
It's a tribe.
So someone asked me a fun question today. Can people be saved without being baptized?
Are you serious?
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh, wow. From Reuben.
I was like, either
to
you're really making this up or
spiritual
someone actually really
destinations.
did ask you that. I was thinking that.
Someone did not ask me that.
You just really want to know the answer.
No, I just really wanted to make you feel uncomfortable.
Although you're gonna have to dig deeper than that.
I'll work on it.
I'm ready to answer the question.
I think the answer is that you must be baptized with the living water.
And is that available at Dollar General or
Living
is that,
water is actually plugged into an outlet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I see.
And you touch it, and then.
So
you're not
how did
living
the
in a
pre-Edison Christians do it? Or were they all in purgatory until
Tesla.
Edison invented the? Sorry, pre-Tesla.
water. I don't know.
Tough question. See, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I've learned to just say I don't know.
Well, since we've covered that now,
Segway's on point tonight.
I know we're getting back into the flow of things. This is season 6 of Bus Banter, guys. So
After a 4-season break.
I actually don't know what the last one was, so we're just gonna call this one season 6.
We don't need to go there. It's been too long. Production manager, you need to keep us on schedule.
Stop it.
It's probably a good idea.
No, people have been asking about it, and our resident drummer Joey West has been pushing for us to do an episode, and we have the time.
Made it.
Way to go, Joey.
Way to go.
I lost my voice last week, and I know that Josiah posted something on Facebook, and so a
was
lot
so
of
peaceful.
people have been praying for me. Yeah, it's been so
I'm just
peaceful.
kidding.
He finally shut up. Because I do actually go on voice rest and like stop talking to everybody whenever my voice is shot.
It's probably the most like all-day professional that you ever are, because your whole focus is I'm whatever I can do to preserve my
Yeah.
instrument.
I love it too, because whenever you want to talk to me, you pull out your phone and
start
you're like, you
typing?
go like
Yeah.
hold your finger up and you start typing, and then you're like,
Yeah, and then
And I'm like-
show it to him.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it
And
can
you
get,
shake it too much, it says undo typing. You're like, what do you want me to do?
or there's some kind of error. You know?
Right. Low battery mode?
So all that to say, I just want to say thank you to everybody who was praying for me, because basically what happened, my okay,
That's
nice.
Snapplaws.
Snapplaws. My son got me sick before the tour, so I had this like lingering cough for about 3 weeks, and then I sang with the cough the first week, and I was coughing, so Natalie was like, "What is wrong with you?" I was like, "I'm totally fine. It's just a cough," but ended up singing with it, and it totally damaged my voice. And anyways, we had some days off and some people praying for me. And
Yeah, it
it's
was-
come back. The high notes aren't there yet, but we got 3 days off, so the high notes will be back.
Yeah, it's kind of a rigorous schedule right off the bat. We don't play much in December and January. We didn't even play really in November this past year. So a lot of time off, which for guitars and drums, it's not as big of a deal. You just warm up some. But for a voice, you come into a show and all of a sudden, right off the bat, we're playing 4 shows in a row, headlining, and it's pretty
By
rough.
far the most difficult set list we've ever put together.
It's true.
All the songs are like up there where it's not comfortable.
Yeah.
And so
Which is not something we thought about when we were
making
having fun with the set list.
We're making the set list. We're like, we should play this song. We should play that song. Spoiler alert: we're playing like an old Back Again song called "Fear," which was something I've really wanted to do I've talked about it for a long time. We finally pulled the trigger and put it in there.
Yeah, we what happened? You came down to Nashville,
Hold on,
not
let's
the
see if the
trailer, was
trailer's
it? Hold on. All right, we just heard a noise. This is
Was
real
that
time.
the trailer?
This is real time. You are getting
It's happening.
Oh,
Oh, we're
praise
just
the
fueling
Lord.
up.
We're just at the gas.
We pulled into a parking lot and felt a bump, and of course now we're uber sensitive to that.
literally everybody's eyes got
Yeah.
super big. And
Oh my god.
Hey man, you can't mention Uber without mentioning Lyft. We don't want to mention. We don't want to.
We got uber excited, but then our spirits were lifted when we realized.
Actually,
Make
if
them
you
feel
go to the
like they're
Lyft
left out.
app and type in Disciple Rocks and your promo code, it will do nothing for you.
You will get no rides for free.
But we do want you to still do it anyway, just to try it out. And see.
Yeah, maybe if enough people
Yep.
do it, they'll turn it into something.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, so Kevin came down to Nashville and we recorded the God Is With Us acoustic video at my house.
Kevin came down to Nashville.
He was looking for his
own
video
too.
too.
Yeah.
And we went to lunch, or maybe it was lunch, at this Thai place near my house, and it was delicious. And we started talking about
What's the name of it?
Thai Phuket 2.
Two.
Yeah,
Two.
the sequel.
Yeah. I have been
Much
back
better than
since.
the original. Yeah, you
I-
have.
I drove from my former house in Tennessee, like, 35, 40 minutes to
out of the
get
way.
there
Yeah,
because it's so good.
it is good.
So
And we're sitting there eating our Thai and talking about what should our set list be for City Rock Fest. And we're like, well, okay, we did this last year. Maybe we can do these same kind of songs. And what new songs should we play? And we kind of started talking about how it'd be really fun to play a lot of songs that we never play. We're playing new songs from the Rebels album, of course, but
Which is songs that we've never played.
exactly. And then, but as far as the rest of the set, you know, there's a lot of songs we've played a lot over the past few years, and we wanted to kind of put those off to the side and give fans, especially fans who have come to this tour in previous years, give them a totally new experience. And it's been a lot of fun. I think they're all
Yes.
feeling pretty good. So
So we want a spoiler alert and tell them what.
sure,
It's one of my favorite set lists that we've ever done.
yeah,
Yeah, it's really
for
going
sure.
over well.
it's very different. So
We're doing Fear from Back Again.
yeah.
We're doing Crazy from Attack, which is
we only played it once before this
only
tour.
played it one time. A lot of new Rebel songs
Yep.
that we've never played on tour before. Secret Weapon.
Yep. And
Remedy.
then,
Love.
yeah, Remedy from Horseshoes, which we haven't
Remedy
played
from
since,
Horseshoes.
I don't think Andrew and Joy had ever played it. I played it a few times when I first came on.
Yeah.
And that one's really fun.
That's it, I think.
Yep.
And we
Yeah,
have some
the-
alternates.
Yeah,
that we
that's
might
true.
start playing soon. We might start playing "Come My Way" soon. Forever
yeah.
starts today.
I gotta learn that.
Romance
Romance
Me.
Me.
"Romance Me" from Southern Hospitality is on the docket.
Yeah. So those are kind of in the hopper, ready to go, and we're just kind of trying to get this.
What's some other ones? Remember?
I think that's all like
Is that
the current alternates.
All right. Somebody said something from "This Might Sting a Little" the other night.
Once
that
and for all.
I thought that.
Oh, that's the
Once
other
and
one.
For All is another
Oh,
one.
Scarlet too is one that we started out
Scarlet.
playing. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned a song "1-2 Conductor" from "This Might Sting a Little" the other day.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that'd probably be a good one to add. I feel like that would be a nice, energetic song to play.
Cool.
That we don't ever
I'm-
play.
I was about to say I'm sure I've heard it, but I can't recall it right now.
There you go.
Sing it for us, Kevin.
I watch the curtain open up as I stand in front of my only audience. Ooh, got a little deep there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Great
You know,
radio
someone
voice.
quoted that on the caption today.
Yeah.
And I totally didn't get it. I thought it was just someone saying those things.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a weird comment to
That's
make.
a Disciple lyric. I
Now
saw
it
that.
makes
I
sense.
saw that comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone also, while I'm thinking about that, we posted a caption this photo today of Kevin standing on stage holding up 2 fingers. I'm not sure why, but is that a
Because
festival?
the Falcons came in second place this year.
Oh.
So I was just representing.
A lot of people did have comments like that, but someone,
I told my favorite joke tonight.
hold on, someone very amazingly quickly photoshopped a bunch of red triangles into the
my
photo,
God. So amazing.
and which if
So
you're not in the
amazing.
know, that's a Illuminati reference because Illuminati loves triangles,
Apparently.
and
They did?
you didn't see this?
No.
Oh my gosh!
shit.
Pull it up.
All
gotta
right,
see
whoever made this, I hope you're listening. Well done.
Yeah, it's so good.
My day.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
What was the
that
cat?
It said, "Explain this."
Explain
Hashtag
this.
Illuminati confirmed. And it has a bunch of red triangles all over, like between his arm and his fingers.
It's like 4 dozen.
No cell phone service.
Ah, are you serious?
Aw.
We'll see it later.
I
But-
got it.
Thanks, Verizon.
By the time people are listening to this, you will have
TM's on
seen
it.
So that was funny. Anyway, you can go on with your joke now.
Oh, it's over. I just mentioned the Falcons. That was my joke.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
The joke was on you.
What
Is that a dying falcon?
Oh my god.
He found it.
I was in the comments. Josh, did you
Isn't that amazing?
Illuminati?
I would like to second what Andrew said. Well done,
Very
whoever
clever.
did this. Oh my gosh.
Explain this.
Okay, so on the real, now that our affiliation to the Illuminati has been exposed,
Yeah. Now that it's out in the open.
how are we planning on handling this?
Well, that's why I only use $1 bills, is because it has the pyramid on the back. That's all we're allowed to use, guys. Right?
Well, Jay-Z and Beyonce said that the best thing to do is just pretend that it's not real.
Right.
Are they secular musicians?
No. They are celebrities.
Oh.
Since I've joined the Illuminati, I basically tap into my alter ego, which is Sasha Sweet. That's my
She's a
alter
nice
ego.
gal.
She's a nice gal.
Oh my
She loves like going over to people's house and meeting their mom. You know, that kind of thing. She's a sweetheart. Where like my friend Beyonce has an alter ego. You know, Sasha
Oh, I do.
Fierce.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I
So
know all about it.
my alter ego is obviously Sasha Sweet.
Of course.
Are you sure she doesn't just like candy?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people that think that Lecrae is in the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, dude.
Tons.
Of course he is.
It's actually like a real thing.
He's the one that led me to the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know you were going to reveal that.
Well, we're both, you know, he's from Atlanta. I'm a fan of Atlanta, so that's the connection.
What's his favorite refreshment at the Illuminati meetings?
Don't alley-oop me like that.
Hey, Falcon's logo, the wing is a triangle, bro.
Oh.
The beak, triangle. Talons, triangles.
I know. It's all come together. The
That's
pieces
why my
of my
drums
No,
are
but-
circles.
Seriously though, I do need some stonework done at my house, and I can't afford much, so I need some Freemasonry. If anyone knows
Yeah,
anybody who
absolutely.
can do that for me.
Yeah. I've got a secret society that I could maybe.
Guys, that Freemasonry joke was better than y'all acted.
Oh, here we go.
Is it really? Okay.
No, listen,
You
I'm
have to repeat every joke. That
just
doesn't
saying.
land.
I'm gonna go back
You have like
and add some
100
laughter.
You have 100 jokes that land, and then the one that doesn't land, you get your feelings
Well, it's
hurt.
always the one I'm most proud of.
If you heard a raucous applause during that joke, this has been edited.
I'm gonna edit that. Actually, I kind of just got paranoid that I haven't been recording this whole time. No, it's good.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that would be. We just have to, you know,
Dude.
reenact
Just
it.
redo it.
I would have
Start it from the
smashed your
beginning.
microphone.
It wouldn't be the first time. There was one time we had an awesome like string of jokes where everyone had good ones. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been the Egyptian thing.
Yeah, it was about Viridia.
Yeah.
The Winter Jam.
And we were like, we've got to say that on the podcast. It was so good. And so we reenacted it. Illuminati exposed.
Illuminati confirmed.
Confirmed. Sorry.
That's the name of this episode.
Yep. It's been
Official.
the creed.
There's also a nice little internet gem out there called Disciple Exposed.
Ooh, why don't you tell us about that, Kev?
Yeah.
It's just some pictures of me at the lake.
Oh man, I haven't seen this logging on right now.
The fingers are flying across the keyboard.
Wow.
Nah, it's just
Don't
some
click
dude.
that.
Don't click that. It's just some dude basically saying we're Satan worshippers or whatever, that we're not really Christians, that we're cross-dressing homosexuals. And
I was going to
all
say,
kinds of
don't leave
stuff.
anything
So-
out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Effeminate with our long hair, I
think-
believe.
I think he got some of that right, but you know,
We won't tell you which ones.
I can't tell you which one he got right.
Oh my god.
All I'm going to say is there was a time when girl jeans were cool.
True.
Yes, we do cross-dress.
But I never had any.
I never had girl jeans.
Oh, dude, I had some girl jeans. I had some like
From
American Eagle girl jeans with the like purple on the back pocket.
Whoa.
Absolutely.
I had friends that really liked the girl jeans from Hollister for some reason.
Those are expensive.
I think someone gave me a pair that I wore. I'm remembering now.
Well, that was before you could. Back in the day, you couldn't buy skinny guy jeans almost anywhere.
Nope, it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, and so
Yeah,
guys
2005 when I started wearing skinny jeans, there wasn't really
Do y'all remember-
any guys jeans. I think like 09 was where they started really being everywhere.
now any mall you can find them now, but
So-
you
Do
Do y'all remember Jinko?
So I've been on this skinny
jeans
jean party for a while.
or
I
Lee
Yeah,
pipes?
Jinko, sure.
Of course.
Oh,
Lee,
man, I had-
Lee pipes.
I had a closet full of pipes.
Do they still make those?
But that's not skinny. That's like fat jeans.
Oh, I know.
We wore
It
those.
is the other end of the spectrum.
It was like the
Baggy.
baggier,
Baggy,
the
yeah.
better. I remember I went through a phase where it was just like the baggiest jeans were the best jeans.
Well, what you know,
Absolutely.
what's funny, I feel like, is jeans went from the cool ones being giant and baggy, and now they're skinny. Shirts are going the opposite way because it used to be all about the tightest shirt you could get on your emo body, and now like the big baggy like Justin Bieber shirts are what's swag.
I'm thankful for that because I got a dad bod rocking, and these big long shirts don't show
you
the
go.
fat as much.
The skinny,
Especially maternity wear.
the skinny shirt with the big jeans is very unflattering. It's the wrong
Tight
highlight.
emo shirt with the giant jeans.
Yeah, it's-
Dude, 90s
180.
Disciple, I wore like extra large and large t-shirts, if you can imagine that.
Wow.
And shorts.
It's amazing.
And
on
the jerseys
stage.
and stuff.
The jerseys,
'Cause y'all's
were,
jerseys
yeah,
were
they
like
were
super
You
very
could have
baggy.
fit 3 of you in your outfit.
Dude,
basically.
I am the size of a 6th grade girl, so I'm literally wearing like, 250-pound male clothing. And it was slightly baggy.
That's
Slightly
amazing.
baggy.
And I feel like when we go play a show, we're wearing our uniform, our stage clothes, and people in the crowd like aren't wearing that stuff. So like when you were wearing the big baggy stuff, was that like what everyone was wearing, or was it what just bands were wearing? Do you think?
I mean, we kind of turned wearing jerseys into our thing. That was kind of our uniform. And then, so people actually started showing up in their favorite NFL teams' jerseys. That was kind of a thing. And I remember
cool.
when I braided my hair there for like 2 or 3 years, people would start showing up with their hair braided. It's kind of
Dude.
Kinda
Well,
cool.
and we've even had people who have shown up with your current haircut. So
There was actually another guy, not a Disciple fan, but at New Spring back in South Carolina when I was at the church. After I got my handprint tattoo, this guy went and got a handprint tattoo on his forearm.
he had 4 arms.
Yeah, on his forearms. And now the handprint tattoo is like very original, like for me as far as the story and everything. But this guy comes up, he's like, "Hey man, dude, you inspired me. I had to get this tattoo." And he like holds his arm out, and it's this huge handprint on his arm.
But see, okay.
And the only thing that I did not make me mad about it is it literally looked like, in kindergarten when you put your hand down on a piece of paper and trace it.
Yep.
It was that with the worst shading, and it had this really crooked cross in the middle, like the hole and everything. And he was like, "Yeah, man, got it done in like he finished it in 20 minutes." I'm like,
It's not a race.
"Of course he finished it in 20
Tattoos are not a
minutes."
race.
Wow. Well,
And that
embarrassing
concludes
you right
season
now?
6.
no, not at all. That concludes. This is our series finale.
Somebody made a over the line Facebook comment today with the caption that we all appreciated and thought was funny, but then we immediately banned him from our Facebook page.
I did not know about this.
Oh, we can't say it.
Yeah, we can't say
Can't
on the
say
air.
it.
It's very inappropriate. But we thought it was funny, and then we were like, then we banned him. It's
Here,
like, you can't
cover the
say
mic
that.
and tell me. Hey, Kevin, type it to me.
Oh, it's just inappropriate locker room humor.
Oh,
Oh, so like presidential stuff.
Exactly. Exactly.
oh my gosh.
That's the kind you don't have to apologize for.
Yeah, right. You just get banned from Facebook for it.
Yeah, it's all about
But
banding.
not Twitter.
Yeah, I don't like Twitter, man.
Who's Twitter man?
Oh man, you didn't see the preview for the new movie?
Is that a sequel to Birdman?
Oh shoot!
Oh,
I know what somebody
speaking
talking
of
about.
movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't have I ever brought this up on a podcast before?
I don't think so. It's pretty recent.
So I got this idea that I was going to watch every single Academy Award winner for Best Picture all the way back to 1928, and I'm about halfway there.
How did you figure out how to go back in time?
Well, I looked on Craigslist. I found a DeLorean.
Yep.
And somehow, it took me a while to get it up to 88 miles an hour, but finally I did it.
that was the hard part.
That was the actual hard part. The rest of it's easy. No, so I started this little side project of watching the Academy Award winner for Best Picture of every year, and it's been really fun. Like some of the old ones, it's kind of like homework because, you know, they're not as entertaining as the new ones, but I really enjoy watching them because you really are seeing culture. I watch it with subtitles because the way that people talked in 1931 is so different. I mean, English, but so different. You know, there's still slang and still all these, you know, cool things that people would say. Like the one 1929 movie, the Broadway Melody, where the lady's like, "And how?" That's what you like to say all the time. And how? You know, it's like, well, and what does that even mean?
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, it's been so much fun. I mean, like I just watched Lawrence of Arabia on this tour, which I had.
9 hours.
Yeah, it took a long time. I had no idea that Lawrence of Arabia, like, it was a true story, and it was this guy that, you know, led this amazing battle or whatever. I watched Gandhi on this trip. I had no idea that Gandhi's basically almost single-handedly the reason why India got their independence from Great Britain. I didn't even know that India was a British colony, for crying out loud.
Oh yeah.
They celebrate Independence Day.
Oh.
Is it on
man.
4th of July?
Of course. When else would it be?
Just making sure.
But he was such an interesting figure. So there's so many of these Best Picture winners. I found a trend that a lot of Best Picture winners are true stories.
Interesting.
Spotlight is the most recent. It's a true story. Argo, which was a Best Picture winner, which is a true story. There's a ton of them that are actual
The Godfather.
true story. Braveheart,
Braveheart, I was going to say.
which is about a person, but not a true story.
Right.
But ultimately,
Yeah.
my favorite movie of all
Return
time.
of the King.
Return of the King,
Yeah.
also a true story.
Oh, did that really win Best Picture?
It did.
Damn.
It
Yeah.
did.
It was
swept.
pretty best.
I think it's one of only 3 or 4 movies that won every category that it was nominated for.
What movie was that?
Return of the King, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So good.
And we just watched a movie that may be a winner tomorrow, which I don't know when this podcast will air, but tomorrow the I almost said Grammys, Oscars are happening, and we just watched Hacksaw Ridge, which is up for Best Picture.
Great movie.
Really good. And you were
Hell or
trying to
High
see.
Water is something that
Yeah.
I've seen and been telling you guys about. It's also up for nomination. Great movie. Hell or High Water.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Also, Arrival is my favorite movie this year. And
Yeah,
it's up.
It was good.
La La Land.
Is it up for Best Picture? Arrival?
Yeah.
Wow.
La La Land's really good. It's up, and Manchester by the Sea is
So
super heavy.
between all of us, we've seen every movie nominated.
I think so, except maybe Fences. Have you seen Fences?
I have not.
I think that's the one.
And there's another one, but it's got the black ladies in
Hidden
space.
Figures.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
that one.
I haven't
What was
seen that
Arrival
one.
about?
Amy Adams talking to aliens, pretty much.
Yeah, it was good.
It's really good.
Spoiler alert! God, I didn't know.
That is the premise.
Come on.
Well,
know
the
better.
premise is that she tries to.
That is correct.
Easy. Come on, guys, stop it. Hacksaw Ridge. I'm just kidding.
It's about Hacksaw Ridge.
Yeah.
World War
the
II,
stuff that
spoiler alert.
Oh. Wait, what happened in that one?
In the war?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of textbooks,
Yeah.
a lot of documentaries,
Yeah.
a lot of online sources.
Actually, speaking of such, Andrew turned me on to a documentary series on Netflix called Untold History of the United States, which I just
Yes.
finished, I think. I watched the Obama one, so I think it's the last
Oh,
one.
nice. You passed
Yeah.
me.
Ooh. It's awesome. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend it.
Oliver Stone?
Yeah, Oliver
Yeah.
Stone. And it's basically, supposedly, I'm sure, like any documentary, there's still some bias and agenda on the sub-level. But
Are you kidding? A documentary with
I know.
sway?
Well,
I
you know,
know.
Netflix, it's really conservative, so.
Right.
it was basically going back through all these major world events over the 20th century that are typically perceived as glorifying America and how great America was and how America was the hero and saved the day, and re-examining it from a global perspective and showing that we actually didn't always make the best decisions and the presidents didn't always know what they were doing, and it was just kind of very...
Well, you know, one of the things that just bums me out is how ticked off people get when you acknowledge the warts of this country.
Right.
And they're like, how dare you bring up the fact that of this or that? And it's like, what?
It's true.
It's just it's what happened, and you know,
We're better for it now.
are you really proud that we oppressed Native Americans and
Yeah.
stole their land? Like, no, you shouldn't be proud
Right.
of that. Are you really proud we have slavery for somebody? That's not something to be proud of. That's
Right, what you
something
can
that
be
we
proud
learn
of,
from,
exactly.
And we have such a wonderful nation with a constitution that allows us to learn from our mistakes and better ourselves. And
Exactly.
but acting
That's something
like,
you can be proud of, is
Absolutely.
to acknowledge it and take it and say, let's not do that again.
right.
Yeah, and if you really want to do something, complain about the country on Facebook.
Absolutely, man. I love reading people's Facebook comments about America.
Well, you know, a study recently came out that most people's opinions are changed by angry Facebook rants. So
yeah. And you know what
It's
I found out
very
just a minute ago too, right? I just literally read it that 68.7% of all statistics are made up right on the spot.
no
Oh,
way.
Dude, it's true.
I thought I had heard a different number for that, but I guess I was mistaken.
But seriously, though,
That
that
was
show.
last year's figures.
okay.
Yeah, good point. Seriously, though, that show is cool because the way you should approach it if you watch Untold History of the United States is to look at it as a supplemental education about the country, because
Totally.
we learn in school the favorable views of the country for obvious reasons, because guess what, the government is paying for your school, so they're not going to make themselves look bad on purpose.
Sure.
But you can make that decision for yourself if it was a good idea to drop the atomic bomb on Japan or not. But it's cool to see the side of the story from Oliver Stone's point of view, which is maybe slightly unpatriotic in some
It could be
people's
labeled as such,
opinions,
yeah, absolutely.
but also factual.
Right.
And then the patriotic traditional point of view, because
Sure.
both are true. You just
Absolutely.
have to make your own decision.
As,
So
as opposed
it's
to just
cool
hearing one
supplemental.
side,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
great to see both
It's
sides.
like if you read a lot of liberal news sources, you should read some conservative ones too, and between those you can usually figure out what you
Yeah.
you know.
It's so
believe on an issue.
interesting when I actually take the time to do that, and you hear the other side, like what they're actually saying, and it's just insane. It's very very good to do that sometimes.
Yep.
Unless it's news you don't like, and then you can just call it fake news.
Of course.
So like how I do it is I'll be watching ESPN, and then I'll just go over to Fox Sports, and I'll be like, dude, they saw a different game. It wasn't even
They
the
said
same
A-Rod
game.
sucks too.
They actually agree on something.
Yeah. They said it was not pass interference when it clearly was.
Oh my God, those defensive holding calls in the Super Bowl. I'm still bitter.
Three in a row.
Three in a row, and like maybe one of them was real. Then,
Real, yeah.
dude, I've seen. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never
it's-
mind.
it's-
I'm just gonna go.
it's a
bury
deep wound.
myself.
Yeah, it's a deep wound that could take an episode or two. Maybe I'll just give you a microphone and we can all leave and you can do your own episode about.
Well, the
Lamenting the
subtitle
Falcons.
for season 6 of Bus Banner is Kevin's Journey to Redemption.
I want to not care anymore. That's what I really want to pursue. I want
Well-
to like not watch
You will
football
only
or
care more.
ever again.
But see, what you need is just something to step in its place. And is basketball still going on? Yeah, it still is, right?
I hear
don't
that
wanna
there's
talk about that
organized professionals still playing basketball. They have associated.
Okay,
How
fine.
do you know they're organized?
The Hawks
They
aren't
could be
doing
messy
fine
at
either.
home.
But hockey playoffs are coming up, and baseball spring training just started, so there's some good things on the horizon.
Very exciting. Hey, let me tell you about my friend Josh over here.
Yeah,
we
let's
had a
see what
Super,
Josh is
We had a
thinking.
Super Bowl party at my house. Everybody came over to the house, and We had a good time. Josh, our front of house guy, he was a New England Patriots fan.
From Boston.
So
Legitimate fan.
so as opposed to all you other sucker fans out there that just like
Bandwagon
the
losers.
Patriots because you're a bunch of bandwagon losers.
L7 weenies.
Josh does not belong to your fan club. He actually
Yeah.
is from Boston.
Yeah,
and
he
doesn't-
actually grew up with Tom Brady's brother. Tell him you grew up with Tom Brady's brother.
Oh, wicked tuna.
And Josh, as the good friend that he is, knowing how passionate of a Falcons fan I am, and being in my home, he totally played it cool and totally did not trash talk once or say anything. Literally, one of my best dudes right there. Love this guy. Thank
Dude,
you, buddy.
When
Right
we
there.
got in the car to drive home, we were like, hey, well played. Nice,
Yeah, he did
nice
awesome,
job.
man. He did
It was
great.
good.
Yeah.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I don't know. I remember that story differently.
Nice.
Hey, just to clarify, Tom Brady's not from Boston, so.
Wait, what?
That claim I made
Hey,
about you
that
growing
is
up with his
unpatriotic
brother.
to say that.
He's from California.
No wonder.
The Sunshine State.
The sunshine. Denver. The sunshine state.
You know,
Don't watch that
Julian
movie.
Edelman is also from Northern California.
Again! Just keep making me hate them more.
We actually don't get to go to California on this.
But
run.
what I was going to say is the heartbreak is only going to make you care more.
I don't want to care anymore. I
You
just
know-
want to.
Hey, dude.
I just want to become a monk and join a monastery and just love Jesus for the rest of my life. And not
Do they
watch
have-
another game of football.
Do they have stereo steries yet?
Wow. I will say this. 2 college football seasons ago, my Clemson Tigers suffered a heartbreaking loss right at the end.
Yes.
It's very close.
Yes.
And then the next year, they came back, and
Hey.
they won.
Hey, and,
So I believe in the Falcons are gonna
listen,
do that.
Listen, Peyton Manning took the Broncos to the Super Bowl and got humiliated by
Yep.
the Seattle Seahawks, and
Yep.
then comes back and wins one. So yeah, of course that's not going to happen to the Falcons. Come on, guys, have y'all seen this team? They've been in the Super Bowl twice. They've barely had any winning seasons
Hey.
in 51 years.
No,
you
dude, y'all got it, man. New offensive coordinator.
Hey, I do want you to tell a story though of the first Falcon Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh! So I used to be
Just
a
make
praise
him
and,
more saucy.
I used to be a praise and worship leader. Apparently, I'm
still
showing
are.
all of my flaws tonight. All of my warts are just I'm just putting them out there. Like Kevin's an angry guy. He really hates people. So, in the year of our Lord, 1999, I was a praise and worship leader. It was Super Bowl 33. Denver Broncos, John Elway's Denver Broncos versus the Atlanta Falcons. The stars of the Atlanta Falcons are guys that a lot of you may not have heard of, like Chris Chandler was the quarterback, Jamal Anderson, the originator and creator of the Dirty Bird end zone dance. There you go. We had Terrence Mathis. We had the all-time NFL leading scorer, Morton Anderson, as the kicker for the Falcons, who was just inducted in the Hall of Fame this year.
Nice.
So-
And it was the first Falcon Super Bowl.
First Falcons Super Bowl. The NFC Championship that year was actually a great game to go back and watch. It was versus the Minnesota Vikings. They had this Gary. I can't think of his last name.
Gary.
Gary. That was the kicker for the Vikings. He had not missed a single field goal all season. All right, comes down to the end of the game. Spoiler alert: this happened in 1999. If you don't know by now, get over it. So. Comes down to the end of the game. All Minnesota has to do is kick this field goal to win the game, and he misses his first miss of the entire season. Atlanta gets the ball back, goes down. Morton Anderson, NFL all-time leading scorer, kicks the winning field goal. Atlanta gets going to the Super Bowl. So great, whatever. So I'm excited about the Super Bowl. I'm leading praise and worship. It was back when Christians actually used to worship God on Sunday nights. They don't do that anymore. We're lazy now. But which I found out why we do that on Sunday nights. I'll tell you that in a minute. Anyway, so I'm up on the stage and I just make a comment. This is where I just have to shut up on stage. I just can't. Bus banners, fine. The stage, I just have to shut my mouth. I can't say this kind of stuff. So I'm on stage and getting ready to lead the church in worship, and I say, I've been a Falcons fan since 1990, so almost a decade at that point. And I said, my favorite team's in the Super Bowl tonight. I'm really excited about it. I've got it being recorded at home, so so I'm not going to think about that or even worry about that. I'm just going to just worship God with all my heart. So but I said, but I had to at least say, I'm thankful. That's kind of a fun thing for me, being a fan of a team so long and they're in the Super Bowl. It's kind of fun. I'm thankful for it. So I say that, all right? So church is over. We worship God, great service, all that kind of stuff. So I'm on my way to my car. I'm in the parking lot. I've literally got my freaking hand on the car door handle. I'm about to open the door and get in my car and leave to go home to watch the Super Bowl that had been recorded. And I'll never forget, and I can't say his name because I've forgiven him.
That's the stipulation. You may no longer speak his name.
It took me years to forgive him. It really did. He walks up and he says, "Oh man, it's 34-13 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sorry, man." I was like, "What have you done? You evil person! Like, what were you thinking? Why did you think I wanted to know that?"
Oh, some people.
If there is any way that you want to not be friends with Kevin, ruin a movie or a game,
A Super Bowl of my favorite
Super Bowl.
team? Are you kidding me? Who in the world would do that to somebody? Just run up to them and just arbitrarily just tell them the score of something in the fourth quarter and then tell them sorry after that. Like, really? You want me to forgive you?
It's like
You want me to accept your apology?
I know it was 1999, and there's lots of electronic devices for recording games on
gosh.
video cassettes. But it's like he was acting like you didn't have a radio. Like, oh, Kevin's not gonna find out about this till Tuesday. I gotta tell him right
I gotta
away
tell him right now.
before he
Paper
leaves.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to see him Wednesday night service and have to break the news.
It literally is a mark on my timeline that has made me who I am. These guys know that I hate for anything to be ruined for me. I hate for anyone to tell me the end of a movie, or anything like that.
Well, not even the end. Just anything about
The movie at all.
Yeah.
And it literally stems from that and a blind date that I once had. So there you go. Those two things, the blind date.
Yeah.
My gosh, I'm just storytelling tonight.
Come on.
So blind date, I'm gonna have to spoil a movie
She couldn't see
in
so
order
well.
to tell this story. So she couldn't see very well.
Were you married yet?
No, of course not. Thank you. Wow. Just wow.
I mean, we're just clarifying.
I'm just-
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to figure out the
Great.
timeline.
Yeah.
Go
No.
on.
No. Not married.
All right. So before he was married, he was dating.
I was on a blind date, okay? And I'm gonna spoil a movie for you. So if you, in order to tell this story, I have to literally do the thing that I hate. So you can't tell the story without ruining the movie.
Oh, does Charlie die?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
Brown, Charlie Brown,
Oh, in your face.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Woodstock killed him. Anyway,
Dirty Bird.
yeah, he's that's Big Bird. Anyway, so going to this movie, it's a freaking. Was that for real? Was that real?
What?
Was that
Okay,
a fart?
yeah.
Did you fart?
What?
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow.
so we're going to a drive-in movie. Okay,
Nice.
it's a double feature. I'll never forget it. It was X-Men. All right, I think it was the first one. It was a long time ago. This is the '90s, back when this guy was dating. All right, let's just get real here. So, drive-in movie is X-Men, and then it was a movie called The Perfect Storm. And I, look over at her and I say, yeah, X-Men. I know all about that. It seems really cool. I say, I don't know anything about the Perfect Storm. And she says to me, so it's my fault. It's really my fault. I said, I don't know anything about it. So it's kind of my fault. I alley-ooped her, so let's be honest. And she dunks it with this. She says, oh, I don't know anything about it at all either, except that they all die at the end.
Did she say it in that tone of voice?
She screamed it at me, yes. And I literally, she's like, they all die at the end. And I literally just look at her And in my mind, I'm like, I have to spend the next 3 hours with you?
Well,
I
Like-
can't believe you didn't kick her out.
in her defense, I'm not sure why you would take a blind girl to a movie to begin with. Is that what you...
Wow. If you edit anything else out and leave that in, I'm going to be really, really disappointed.
Fine, I'll take that.
Anyway, so I was literally so mad, and in my mind at the time, rightfully so. Who knows now? Who's to say? Whatever. But like literally on a date, I can't tell you any other time where a girl leaned in to kiss me. All right, at the end of a date, I don't remember that ever happening. This date, it happened. She leaned in to kiss me, and I was like, no. You told me they all die at the end. You are going home without a kiss from me. Good night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So those two stories.
I always think it's funny in this story because you've got X-Men
Yeah.
in the perfect storm.
Right.
And it really sounds like you're just obsessed with Halle Berry when you say that.
Yeah, no. So going back to what I said earlier, the reason that they have church on Sunday nights, my associate pastor told me this the other day. He said it wasn't always that way. It was at the advent of electricity. Churches wanted to kind of show off that they had electricity, so they would have a night service to kind of get the whole community to come out to church to show off their lights.
Wow.
There you go.
Fancy.
Little church history for you.
That's cool.
What? He is not impressed. Look at that look of disgust on his face.
No, I was.
Go on.
So,
No, go ahead. That's
Nothing.
fine.
Go
No,
on.
no.
no,
That's fine.
I don't know.
You grabbed the microphone. What did you say?
I don't know.
Well,
I was,
my name
I was
is
going to
Joey.
take some shot at the Southern Baptist culture, but I'll just leave it.
Okay. All right.
Accomplished.
Yep.
Sorry. Edit that out. That sucked.
Just make sure you tread lightly because if you end up in Southern Baptist heaven, you're going to want to be apologizing. Hopefully you end up in non-denominational
At
heaven.
least I'll get to eat good.
You think so?
Yeah. We're going to take a lot of this out.
Oh man.
We're gonna release the outtakes one day though, whenever
Jeez.
we break up.
Wow.
That down.
Last night you on stage you made a joke about me dying, and then someone yelled something about the Falcons to you from the crowd.
Yeah.
Almost every night someone yells something about the Falcons at me in the crowd. It's just like, you know what, dude, I deserve it.
Yep.
I deserve it. Throw it at me. Give it to me. I deserve it.
Yep. Sorry.
It's okay, man.
It's your cross to bear, I guess.
It's okay. Well, I mean, seriously, a middle school coach could have coached the second half better than this idiot who is now the San Francisco 49ers coach, which I'm excited about, Andrew. So I hope he does just as bad for your team. No offense.
Hey, if we get back to the
no
Super Bowl,
offense.
No offense, that's right. No, the greatest offense we've ever had, only to rush the ball for 6 yards a carry in the second half, but then not do it.
Yeah.
hey, I would say none taken, but we took him.
I'm so glad because I'm telling you what, if you hadn't taken him, they would have fired him.
Yeah.
Have you forgiven him yet, or can you say his name?
Kyle Shanahan? Kyle Shanahan? Forgive him?
Have you forgiven him yet?
Dude, I'm just telling you right now. Okay, go ahead, Josh.
Oh.
I just want to pause to say one thing. I'm sure there's some people out there on this podcast that are wondering
You
if
didn't
these
pause.
people just like make this stuff up for the podcast or like they prepare it in any way. There's no preparations, and yes, they are exactly like this when they're on the bus just not recording a podcast. So I just wanted to put to bed any rumors that may be surrounding all of that.
Yep, we have.
This is literally just hanging out.
So we have been
And
getting a lot of.
I don't understand. I don't understand why some people find some of this funny because like some of these jokes are just bad. Come on. And there's the end of my rant.
Says the guy who literally walks out. So tell him about the bet the other day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
All right. JoshO, who you just heard feature a cameo.
Hey, he paid $10 for that 1 minute segment.
That's true. We'll dock your check.
Dock your check.
He is the light of our lives because he says things that we would just never think or expect. It's amazing.
Sometimes aren't funny at all to the point to where they're the funniest thing I've
Yeah.
ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, exactly. And so we never know what he's going to say, but he has some patterns, you know? And so the other morning, most of us are sitting up here
Well,
in the
hold on.
front.
Let's give a highlight reel of some JoshOs
Man.
that we've done.
I mean...
So what's the one about eggs and breakfast?
There used to be a leaning tower alone on the sea. It leaves.
he loves singing songs and changing the words to things that mean nothing, or you know, I'm sure they mean something in his mind.
That
but
was definitely the best one that he's ever come up with.
What was
yeah.
the
What
wait
I
is
just say.
over where he talked about eggs and breakfast? What was that?
I think it was
With
radical.
this pie
Radical. Oh, yeah.
and this pan, bake a cake. I am
A champion.
Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah,
I just changed the words to their songs to be
All right,
whatever
Josh,
random
give
things
it-
are on my mind.
Give the people what
and
they want. Give us a song.
love it.
Give us a song.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Don't worry, it can
Give
be
me a
edited.
song first of all. Here I
No
go.
doubt.
You think
Or,
about it and then just take the mic whenever you're ready.
Whenever you want it, just take it.
All right.
So we're up in the front lounge. We're up. It's like 10 a.m. probably, and I think it was me, Andrew, Joey, and Josh
Josh.
Kinchlow, our fill-in bass player. And I don't know why this came up, but we were like, "Hey, what do you think the first thing that JoshO is going to say when he comes up here is this morning?" And there were several guesses going around. I think I said, "Oh my gosh, I have such a headache."
Or, I'm so tired today, and I just don't know why.
Yeah.
That's a Josh quote.
Uh-oh.
All right, here we go. here's a JoshO. Here's a
It's a traditional
a
song.
trademarked traditional. And I forgot it as you guys made the joke.
Okay,
about
back
it.
to
Hold
the
on.
story.
Give me a second.
All right, back to the story. And so Andrew says, "I think it's going to be some kind of song."
Yeah,
Which-
I said he'll sing something before he says anything. He'll just start singing.
Which is usually not an early morning occasion for
Yeah,
Josh.
he's
I think
tired.
it's
He just
normally
woke up.
later in the day.
Doesn't know why.
And
It
so
was a stretch.
It was.
Josh said he was going to be mad. Josh Kinchlow said he was going to be mad about something.
Yeah, about something. I can't remember.
Yeah, just be
but,
mad, upset about something. I can't remember what it
He's
was.
yeah, he made something up.
Yeah. So, so finally, JoshO wakes up, comes up into the front lounge, and we all see him, and we're all like trying not to like stare at him.
Because there's a bet.
Because
I literally was looking at my phone and like looking like out of the corner of my eye at him, like
And we're just waiting.
anticipating what was.
what's it gonna
what
be?
was
Who's
coming.
gonna be right? You know,
dead silent.
Remember, he walked all the way to
Yep.
the front of the bus to grab a bottle.
grabs a bottle of water, and we're all. It's like the tension was amazing. Grabs a bottle of water, stands up, unscrews it, takes a big swig, goes. Thunder crashing, and we just all just start dying laughing.
I had no idea what was going on.
Which, if he's saying thunder crashing, would have propagated lightning rolling.
Lightning rolling, yeah,
Rolling.
just launches into the wait is over for who knows. I mean,
It's literally songs just pop into my head.
we haven't even played that song on this tour.
Josh literally like wanted to break the silence because it was completely dead silent. Like nobody greeted him. Nobody was like, "Hey, good morning, Josh." We were all waiting
Just
to
waiting.
see what he would do.
It had to be unprompted.
Yep, exactly. So we all just bust out laughing, and he was just like, "What is so fun?"
Andrew won the bet.
Yep, Andrew
So-
won.
Yeah,
What'd you
cleaned up
What did you win?
He won the
all y'all's
opportunity.
paychecks.
He won the opportunity to Swiffer the bus floor this morning. So
Yeah, oh, that's right. I did win that.
Nice.
Just another opportunity to serve.
that's right.
Dude,
Stick
Sir,
it to y'all with my
worship
humility.
in your own way.
Saint Andrew.
All right, what you got?
To be fair, if you guys were not just like quiet looking at me, I probably and someone said like good morning, I probably just been like good morning, and then just like gone on my day.
it like that.
We could
No,
have
like that,
made
but
it
like-
easy.
You would have been like,
I'd be like
"Good morning."
like good morning.
And
Josh, let's go load in.
All right, dude. Where's
All
the
right,
song
so
at?
okay.
here we go.
Go ahead and make up a song for you. I could try hard, but I wouldn't do good. That's how he just is. Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
It's a classic JoshO right there. It's like, you try too hard and it just doesn't work out. You just gotta be loose off the cuff.
We're the champions.
We are the champions. I
Well, for a while you were doing Star Wars Commander to the tune of Seventh Heaven. That was good.
Oh yeah.
don't know. Star Wars Commander. I forget the words actually.
Slowly taking over the galaxy.
It worked. It worked.
It's a traditional song.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't work, but that one worked.
The reference we keep making about traditional song is because he does this all the time, and he knows that we love it. So it's like a mutual thing. So he'll walk up and do it, and we'll laugh or whatever. But he did one, and we all just were shaking our heads. We're like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Come on, guys, traditional song, everybody."
What does that even mean?
Sing along.
It's amazing.
One other JoshOism besides songs was. I honestly just go into my mind of tasks that need to get done, and I'll just think that people know what I'm talking about because I'll bring up something and then I'll just go a couple steps ahead of where I was actually last talking.
Yes.
And so I'll be talking about something and then I will in my mind go 5 steps further than that and not explain myself.
Yep.
So I had been talking about something about a road case that we had ordered from somebody else. And, somehow it got off that topic for a second or two. And I go to... Over text. Yeah.
Group text, yeah.
And so I go, hey, we need to pay the man. Or I was like...
Oh no, he said.
I said,
Kevin, pay the man.
Pay the man.
Yeah.
Or we need to pay the man.
Kevin, we need to pay the man.
In a group text, and we were talking about something
We're talking about
else.
like set list stuff, production stuff.
Yes. So we're talking about all
Out of
this,
nowhere.
and then out of nowhere, Josh says, "Kevin, pay the man."
Pay the man.
To which I responded, "Does anyone know what the heck JoshO is talking about?"
And then JoshO didn't respond.
Yeah, there was nothing.
Like nothing.
Just left us in suspense.
And so the group text kept going about something else, and then like 30 minutes later, Kevin's like, "No, seriously, Josh, what are you talking about?"
Who am I paying and why is this man?
Who's the man?
Who is
and
the
why
man?
am I paying him?
Yeah.
By the way,
Classic.
the man is Justin Hyde. He makes fabulous cases. If you need a case for anything, you should look him up. He's from Ohio, and he makes great cases.
We'd like to
true.
thank
For
Hyde
us.
Cases for the sponsorship of this
Right.
episode.
What's another scenario where he did
Wait,
that?
can I say something? This is Natalie. I'm exhausted.
Oh, she's
Hi.
Mrs. Stanton.
Okay, my favorite JoshOism, because him and I are the crew of 2,
Yep.
is when he comes up on the bus and he's all frustrated about something, and I'm sitting here and I'll say, "Hey Josh, can I help you with anything?" And he'll respond with, "Can you go tell the guy to grab me the thing and stop doing it?" And I'll be like, "Okay, yeah, but which guy and what thing and what's he doing?" He's doing this thing. I need him to stop. Purple shirt. I'm done. Go find him. If he says one more thing, I'm done. I'm like,
It's
oh,
while I'm
okay.
mixing, right?
It's what?
It's while I'm
Yeah,
mixing.
It's that, or
Mid-show.
it's like
I'm literally way out of my
no, but
mind
sometimes
when I'm
you're just like up here making a coffee, like your afternoon coffee, just stressing. I'm like, "Josh, what's the matter?" I'd be like, "The trailer did the thing, and I didn't have the stuff for it, so we got to go to the store and grab the thing. Do you have a runner to get the thing?" And I'm like, "Sure, yeah."
All the nouns. So many nouns.
I can do that.
No, my other favorite is, you know what ruffles my stuff? Classic.
That was, yeah.
And then the other thing that you guys made fun of him for forever, before you told him, like you didn't tell him at first, you let him do it like about 20 more times before you
Okay.
finally told him, was he would come up here and be like, "Gosh, I'm so tired and I don't know why." And he's literally, every day he said, he's literally the hardest worker of all of us and gets up early and works all day until bedtime. And then would come up here and he's like, "I'm so tired and I don't know why."
Well, it
and they
wasn't-
were making fun of him for like weeks before they actually
It wasn't
told
we
him.
were making fun of you for saying it. We knew why.
On that, this was the same tour we did last year, City Rock Fest. We talked about that earlier. You talked about that earlier. I work for Disciple full time. I was working for 2 other bands on the tour, so I was not only setting up all of Disciple's stuff pretty much by myself, with very limited help. And then I would go and I would sound check 2 other bands and then do shows for 2 other bands as well.
Yep.
And so it was just a very, very long day.
Yep.
And I don't know, like, there's just part of me that was like, man, I'm just so exhausted.
It's as if you were just become self-aware all of a sudden. Be like, "Oh man, gosh, I'm tired, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
And everybody just busts
It's a
out laughing.
mystery.
It's like, we know why. How do you not know why?
So good. So that's JoshO for you. That's a glimpse of, just like he was just saying that what we're doing right now is just normal life. It's not pre-scripted. What you just got a glimpse of is our life around JoshO, unscripted, and it's wonderful.
They're not gonna think it's as funny as you guys are.
That's probably
Let me tell
true.
you something right now. They have to.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully they just hear the joy in our laughter and are able to sympathize with it.
Treasure trove of wonderful.
This is also unscripted for Natalie. That was not prepared.
Yeah.
I just woke up like from a dead sleep to interject about my favorite JoshO is.
This is the most you've ever talked on Bus Banner. Welcome.
Thank you.
One of the other things, because we don't want to make it sound like we're picking on JoshO here, one of the other funny things along those lines that happens is me, Andrew Stanton, guitarist for Disciple Rocks, trying to interpret the lyrics for songs
Yes.
of our own
that's a good
band.
one. That's a good one.
So good.
The hallmark is got to be
Draw the line.
Draw the
Draw the
line where
line.
he's like, this is where the army dies.
Yep.
real lyric. This is where the old me
The
dies.
old me dies. He thought it was army. I was like, wait a second.
Play that song for about 2 years. I said, "This is where the army dies."
This
Yep.
is where the
Probably harmonized it in acoustic shows and
army
Sold out.
dies.
I always envisioned an army dying.
that's pretty epic. I mean,
Right there, and
maybe
it
that
was-
should be the lyric.
It wasn't bad.
I didn't know the lyrics to Scars Remain until Heather, Josie's wife, corrected me while we were doing makeup one day or something. And I said,
Girls.
I thought the line was, when I see you, I see scars that look like matches. And Heather was like, I don't think that's what it is.
That could be a JoshOism right there.
Yeah.
And now that I'm sitting here, I actually still don't know what it is.
Scars that are matching.
Correct.
Scars
Yes.
that are matching?
Yes.
Not matches.
Seriously, we got to come up with a game where you ask me the lyrics to a
It's
Disciple
actually
song.
matchin.
That's true. Apostrophe at the end. Yeah.
Matchin.
Ah,
Southern.
So what are some of the other
Merville.
ones that you thought?
man.
Some of them we can't even say.
Yeah, I'm putting myself on the spot.
There was
because-
one like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And we laughed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that time we saw a thing and it said, I hate Mondays. Come to think of it, I don't like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays.
So we.
So, hey, real quick, what are other tendencies that all of us have that we notice?
Well,
Joey likes to watch people die
Hold on,
on
yeah.
the internet.
No, I don't.
kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Joey wakes up, watches someone die.
No,
That's first of all.
oh my
Then he
gosh.
says- then he
I'm
says
never
something-
gonna get married.
Then he says, then he tells stories and he says things about himself that he obviously never does. He's like, JoshO walks up here and I'm looking at my phone. Come on, Joey never looks at his phone. We all know that, right?
Listen, Joey, if your future wife is a Bus Banner listener, you should be looking elsewhere, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
No offense to our listener base.
No, not at all.
One thing you do that I've
Yes.
pointed out that you've gotten better at is when we go out to eat or we're at catering,
This is
Josiah and his rock star self just gets up and leaves every ounce of trash just sitting on the table. He just walks away, and like a month ago, I was like,
I didn't know that.
we were in Phoenix.
I was totally unaware.
Just gets up and just walks away. I was like, hey, you gonna get your trash?
What it was is you said something in the airport to me when we were on our way to Phoenix, and I was like, no way, I don't do that. And
Yep.
then at the show in Phoenix, I did it, and I was
In
like,
catering.
oh, was me. It was me. I can't believe it.
What do you notice about us, Josh? Like since we
On the lines of the trash thing, they're laughing at me because I'm really lounged out right now. On the lines of the trash thing, one thing we love to do on the bus is pretend trash is super heavy when someone leaves it out. So if you leave
Yep.
like a water bottle empty, you're like, I can't pick this up. and they're like pretend to bring it over the trash and.
Yes.
I've had that.
But yeah,
done to
Josiah
me.
does that stuff all the time with leaving his trash out, and
All right.
and it's not his fault. He just is like thinking about other stuff like I do. So it's all good.
Thanks, man.
Who started that?
I believe it was Brad Noah.
That was a Brad Noahism. Yes, anytime I would leave some trash out, mostly me or someone else, he would
Just,
you know, be like a Mountain Dew can, and then he would just pretend that it weighed 700 pounds and
Yep.
carry it to the trash
Very
can.
dramatic.
Dramatic,
Yeah.
literally Peter Griffin style, carrying
It's
it
an
to the
effective
trash can.
move.
It is. It gets the point across.
I found a few Mountain Dew cans on the back lounge on this tour.
Yeah, they're mine. No,
But-
no one else is gonna drink it.
But you have pretty much made the switch from Monster to Mountain Dew.
This tour, I haven't drank a single Monster this entire tour. The first
nice.
time since 2008 that I haven't drank a pre-show Monster. So a decade of Monster energy drinks, and I'm trying to put it to an end and replace it with the much more healthier option.
Well, it's green, so it's better for
Good
you.
old
Mountain-
crisp Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. And the whole reason that I do it, like there's gonna be some like vocal coach out there that's just like, oh my god. But
Is that what they sound like?
yeah, that's what they sound like. But like I get
Ex-smoker vocal.
Mountain Dew. But like I get like dry, you know, especially high elevation, or if I've been sick or whatever, and Mountain Dew actually keeps it all. It gives me those loogies down there, you know, just so I can be spitting up some awesome snot loogies. And
That's wonderful.
stuff like that. It helps out a little
The
bit.
singer's dream.
That's right.
Any other isms?
All right, just to be clear, Joey does not like watching people die.
Yep.
I'm just wanting to put that out there.
He just can't turn it off either.
No.
No.
Oh my god.
Trying to think of some other
you do
isms.
is that you mouth what people are saying.
Yep.
Yep.
You didn't know that you did it.
Which I can't illustrate on the podcast. If there was a video, we could maybe.
So, like,
but you
when
gotta
I
catch
start
me doing
talking, he's gonna like try to mouth what I'm saying.
it. Yeah, I have no idea why or how, but
I can tell myself whenever I try to play a joke or tell like a lie to make Josiah believe something, I can always tell because
Yep.
anytime I'm telling a lie, my mouth is open.
Like-
it just like hangs open
right,
for
like
some
he'll
reason.
he'll finish his sentence and then just his bottom lip will just barely hang open, and it's a dead giveaway that he's playing a joke. So he'll be like, "Oh my gosh, Joe, I forgot the computer." And I'm
Except for last year.
except for the one time that you actually did.
Yeah,
and I
we-
could tell right away that you weren't lying.
Dude, that was panic. Oh my gosh.
Hey, let's
That was
talk
the
about
worst
all
day.
the sins that Anders committed since he's been in the band.
Oh,
Okay,
dude.
well, let's see.
there
Okay,
was
we're done.
those-
Yep, that was
That's
good
it.
conversation, guys.
Yep.
Saint Andrew.
Thumbs up.
He's so perfect. Dude, like, seriously, I mean, you see him get mad, and it's like he can't even get mad at the right way.
Is there a right way to get mad?
The wrong way. You know, everybody gets mad.
I
the wrong
definitely don't
way.
know what it
Andrew
is.
gets mad the right way. Like he's seriously like
He's
perfect human
usually
being.
most mad when the Flyers lose.
Literally,
And that is
it's literally like when the Apostle Paul said, "Imitate me because I imitate Christ." He's the only other person on the planet that gets to say that.
you need your own gospel.
You need the gospel event. He does it. No, he doesn't.
Really?
I'm actually the only guy ever in Disciple to be named after a disciple. So
Is that true? The only one?
There was Andrew before him.
Oh, that's true.
no, but obviously, besides the other guy with my name.
I was named after Jesus' dad,
What's your full name on your birth certificate?
You mean Joe?
Then you ain't.
It's the same difference.
Jesus'
They
dad
were
is
gonna
God,
name
actually.
you what?
Yeah,
They were gonna name me Joseph.
I don't know if you
What
got to the
were
end of
they
the New
gonna-
Testament, but Joseph's not his dad.
What were they going to name you, Josiah?
They were gonna name me Mary Anna because I was gonna be a girl. Still might be, but for now,
Swim team champion '88.
Oh,
Mariana what?
Mariana Little Lamb.
I was gonna be Amanda if I was a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
Dude, the name.
Pretty hot, right?
College guys.
Amandrew.
Andrew. That was actually the name of Amanda and Andrew.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's perfect.
we did the little combiner. It was Amandrew. Yeah.
Oh, the Welches.
The Welches. That's right.
Those
Their juice.
guys in their grape juice. Yeah.
Good times. Josh, you got something to say?
I could just tell by his face he has something.
Don't take the mic if you don't have something.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Go to bed, penguins in pajamas. Go to bed, penguins in pajamas.
To go back to the girl names, my girl name was going to be Jake Quellen. But obviously I'm a man.
Oh my gosh. Is that real?
Is that real?
Hey, give me that.
No bullying. No bullying on this podcast.
Oh, man. Well, do you guys have any questions for us, listeners? Shh, everyone be quiet.
How'd you get your band name?
I don't think anyone's listening right now, guys. What's your favorite instrument?
What's your favorite percussive?
Okay, I'm a listener.
All right,
Okay.
we've got a caller.
Okay, as
Natalie
Disciple
from
listener.
California. You're on.
The ship is sinking. You can save one band member.
Oh,
Who do you save and why?
Phyllis, because I need somewhere to sleep.
Oh my gosh! You wouldn't even save the rest of us with Phyllis. You would just go to bed.
So we're actually gonna go live on Facebook right now
That's a mean
and
question,
get
Nat.
Bus Banter questions.
Man. Okay.
All right. My answer is Josiah because he, like most humans, will float, and he has the most surface area, so we could all pile on Josie.
Wait, what are you saying?
Like
Is it
you
'cause
would
I'm
be
swole now?
you'd be like the door in Titanic, and we could get
You could all just float on me.
yeah.
Float
I'll tell you who I
on me.
Who I wouldn't save. I wouldn't save Andrew because
Illuminati.
he's the only one that I'm sure is actually going to heaven. So I would want to save one of you guys just to make try to keep you around long
Thanks,
enough.
man.
Yeah,
to get long enough to get
yeah.
saved.
Andrew is like, oh, he's fine. He's
Yeah.
probably with Jesus already.
Let it be known on the air, real time, that my stock for how much slack I'm gonna get for when I do something wrong is growing exponentially right now.
When you do something wrong, that's a
Man,
good one,
I-
Andrew.
I'm-
so funny.
I'm all like saved up right now. I got some mistakes to make.
All right, tell us what you're doing, Joe.
People are starting to log on, so we are recording Bus Banter live right now.
And for Bus Banter listeners, Joey just
Yep.
started a Facebook Live on his phone.
Here.
Moderate this.
I will. Kat would like to know when we are coming back to Australia.
I can't remember what the name of that festival was that we played in Australia.
Down under fest.
Shrimp on the Bobby Fest.
Down Under Fest.
Shrimp on the barbie
But it was some festival that invited us. If they invite us again, we'll be there. So I mean, we actually it's a mistaken assumption that we just pick where we're gonna go. We just like look at a map and say, oh, we should go there. We actually, people promote a concert, call us, and invite us to come, and that's how you do a Disciple concert. So we don't just say, let's go to Australia. But if someone from Australia says, hey, let's bring Disciple in, we'll come. So if there's a Christian festival there that does rock, then please contact them and ask them to invite Disciple, and we will be right there.
The power is yours, mate.
Easterfest.
It was Easter Fest.
Hey, Easter was a pagan holiday.
It was Easter Fest. It was Easter
This
Fest.
country, would you come to that country? Same answer as what he just said.
Yep. Rewind it and watch back.
I guess we know who's awake right
Same
now.
as the first. All the people on the other side of the world
Yeah,
are
totally.
awake right now.
Why aren't you coming to Laosha? Is that a place?
It sounds like a lotion.
Croatia?
Christian would like to know, what is your favorite song to play live?
Radical.
Ooh, Big Bad Wolf.
First Love has been my favorite.
First Love has been. I don't know that one.
I'd have to say Game On, probably for me, or Scars Remain. You guys do
I will.
a 10-year
Thank you.
anniversary tour for albums
What
in
album?
their entirety.
We'll probably do one 10 years from now for Long Live the Rebels. Yes.
Hey, I was thinking 2020.
Stop.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, 10-year anniversary. What do you say?
No.
Answer's no.
Kevin doesn't like drawing attention to the duration of eras.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Hey, Rachel would like to know, as fun as being on tour it is, what's really hard about it?
There's a lot of things.
Well, like today, our satellite didn't work.
Worst day. It's down. Don't worry. JoshO just got really scared because he thought we might not have put down the satellite dish on top of our bus, which is very dangerous.
That's why it's not working. We ripped it off.
Yeah.
What's hard about being on tour?
Okay, for reals.
A lot of things. Some of it's just the schedule adjustment for me, like trying to get back on to staying up late,
Sleeping
playing a
till
show,
noon.
sleeping late, and not feeling like a slob, and being productive, and just, especially after a few months off, getting back into the swing of things. But honestly, with this tour, it's really makes it as easy as it can be because the shows have been awesome and the bands we're with are awesome. So that makes it easier.
Being on the road is actually not very difficult for me. I'm pretty used to it because it's all I've ever known, but it's actually really difficult on my kids and my wife. So, those are I'd say for us, it's not that difficult. Yes, there are some things that are difficult, but like for my kids, it's really tough, like FaceTiming and, they miss me and I miss them like crazy too. So that is probably the toughest thing. So yeah, on a serious note, which Bus Banter doesn't go there often, but yeah, to pray for our families is a big thing.
Yeah,
that we appreciate.
It's just a really disruptive lifestyle. You've got a home and maybe a job and a family, and you've got things that everybody has. And as great as tour is, it really just displaces all those things. And you go out on the road, and people graduate, get married, retire. Sometimes people even pass away, as we've been seeing recently. And you're just gone. You just miss it.
Yeah. And some people are like, why don't you just bring them on the road? Yeah, let's do that with my cheese pizza salary. Let's go, guys.
Dude, that could be the next album title.
Cheese pizza salary? I like it. That's good.
Hey, what do a Christian musician and cheese pizza have in common?
Neither one can feed a family of four.
Come on, guys. It's family of 5.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. One more question.
One more, okay.
This is the end of the Facebook Live session. Hey, great. Favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Really?
Burrito.
Shrimp and grits.
What?
I love it.
South Carolina, boy.
Are you serious?
It's my favorite food dish.
Wow. It used to be steak for me. It turned into meatloaf.
True.
He would do anything for love. Facebook Live watchers, be sure to download the next episode of Bus Banter. I'm going to try to put it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we're pulling up to where we're headed now, I believe. So we're going to shut this thing down. We're not?
No.
Oh.
We're headed somewhere else.
Well, we're lost. So this might be the last you ever hear of us.
Yes.
Hopefully we can post this podcast
Yeah,
before
it's our last-
we freeze to death.
As I sink into the quicksand.
Man, you've seen Lost too many times.
If you'd like to hear more Joshisms, like and subscribe.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Sure,
honestly,
subscribe to
He's
my
going to start his own
channel.
podcast.
yeah. Honestly, if it does get a lot of good feedback, this will be a
Dude.
recurring segment for sure.
Oh my
He's
gosh. this
supplanted
one,
us.
Tune in next time where we talk about Groundhog Day, and he can't actually predict whether it's going to be more days of spring or winter or whatever. I don't know.
Not as catchy.
Spoiler alert.
I was going to say one last thing. We have a free download up of the acoustic version of God Is With Us that we just put out. If you don't have it, there's a link on our Facebook page. It's free.
And come to City Rock Fest tour. It's awesome.
See you later. Thank you.